Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode number 54. I am your host, Rage Buddy, as always. Joining me this time, it's DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and that Canadian guy on the bottom right.
Yes, CNY, baby!
Oh man.
Alright, what's
Yayo's
up everybody?
back.
Yep.
Yayo's back now.
Yayo's back. That's all that matters.
That's good.
Yay! Yay!
Alright. Well, we promised it, and we will. We're gonna talk about past AKB48. So, these are all graduated members. We're just gonna mention them, how much have they been of an influence when we start becoming fans while they were in the group, while we watch old footage. You know, how does it feel? So, who wants to start off?
I'll be top better for this one then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna start off with not my Kami Oshi, that's Takamina, but the member that actually got me into AKB, and that is actually Shinoda Mariko.
Oh, Shinoda got you? Really? Why?
Back then I was binge watching AK Bingo, and before that I was watching the high school documentary with AKB48, and Shinoda Mariko really played the Yankee character that well, and that got me interested into her. And I really liked that character so much, and I looked up a bit more, and then I saw the Shojiki Shogi with I forgot her name. She was an ex-member as well. She was half Italian, I think.
are you-
Okumanami?
Okumanami, yeah.
Yeah. I watched the Shojiki Shoji from that, and then I was instantly hooked in AKB itself. But she never was my Oshi, but she was the member that attracted me to AKB48.
What was her one quality that you liked the most, besides her playing the air ocarina? Because we all know that was like her best quality.
No. I really like her tomboyishness at time, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Shinoda Mariko, well, you know, she is the only 1.5 generation member.
She never had to audition. She had a mission to fulfill before becoming an actual member, because during the beginning days of AKB48, she was working at the AKB48 cafe, and that back then was situated in the theater itself.
Mhm.
And she was so popular with the customers that all the customers requested Akimoto to let her join AKB. And
Well, she failed her audition in the first generation.
Yeah. Not the edition, yeah. But all the customers requested management pretty much to let her join AKB anyway, and then the mission she received was know all the dance routines from all AKB songs back then by heart and perform them within a few days or a week, I think. And she cleared that mission, and from then she was generation 1.5 pretty much. So
And mega superstar. There's a really great image of her passing out flyers outside the theater.
yeah,
Do you remember that? And she's wearing that
Oh,
coat,
yeah,
and it looks
yeah,
really
yeah.
cold.
I know. It's so awesome, man.
She worked hard actually for the group.
She did.
And
They all did.
I had a problem at first when I started, watching the past footage. It felt like this is like an arrogant type, but it's more, I would say, a tsundere, if I'm correct. More of that type. No, a little bit teasing, and
Yeah.
she's a leader type, but she is dedicated, hard worker for the group. But she likes to have fun as well.
Yep.
A little joke there, especially with Sata-san, because Sata made her Oshi, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Just like everything goes for Shinoda-san, and then he was like, "No, I don't like you," and then you know what, I like you. It's pretty fun on that side.
The thing I like about Mariko-sama is like that just that in Zero Ichiji Jukyu phone, you know,
Yeah.
when there were newscasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh.
sound is so like, yeah!
yeah.
With the drunk newscaster, and every time she got
Yeah.
mad.
Kyoto and Shinoda Maristel, yeah. Oh my god.
Good times.
Those
Good times.
are the times. But yeah, she was the person that attracted me to AKB in the first place. But she never was my Oshi, so.
The thing is with her, she had a lot of facial features. Most of the time in the background, she knew how to capture the camera. Or the time when Yuko was getting insulted, and it's like everybody had to close their eyes. Or when she had to close her eyes, and then who was here? What was it again with Yuko? I forgot the scene.
Hmm?
Let me think. It's with AK Bingo. And it was Soji Kitsogi, and Oshima Yuko was the assistant.
Oh,
Hmm.
Nah.
Was it Koji Maharana? I don't know.
No, it was something. She closed her eyes, and then who here didn't believe, or what was it with Yuko? Oh, and this is gonna suck. I can't remember it. Eventually, she opens her eyes, and then she's just pointing everyone in the back. Hey, you're all pointing at me, and then she like in the background she's that with a straight face while everybody's laughing crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
No, I forgot to see myself.
keep going.
actually.
I'm gonna think about this because this is gonna bother me for so long.
Why don't you just look it up? But anyway, yeah, Shinona Marco was the member that was interesting for me enough to actually attract me to the 48 group itself, and that's how I pretty much rolled into it. And nowadays she is in a new movie that's releasing on December 9th called Vigilante, and I'm kind of interested in that one. So, oh, Yayo, you want to say something? Or
Oh
not?
no, I was so.
Oh, okay, don't worry.
She did also great in Terraformers.
Yeah,
That was
I
a
still
big
need to-
release.
Yeah. I still need to watch that movie actually. So yeah, but yeah, that is the first graduated member that I wanted to talk about. Derek, do you have something to add or?
No, I'm just happy you like Mariko-sama because she's almost like it'd be weird to not talk about her in a graduated members list, you know.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
I got it. I found it.
Oh,
It's when everybody laughs at Oshima Yuko's fashion. That was
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that- yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
it's like who thinks Oshima Yuko's fashion is horrible, and then it's like everybody, and she got mad, and Shinoda just looks like.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say nothing, right?
yeah.
No,
Oh,
it,
man.
it's great.
So
Yeah.
Who else do you have?
I've got Takamina,
Of course.
but she has her regular programs. But the reason she became my Kami Oshi is I had a strong preference to the leader type of characters, I would say, and there isn't anyone more befitting of a leader than Takamina herself. So
Right.
it's only natural for me to Oshi her, and up till this day, she will and always be my Kamiyoshi. So, and I'm still following her, and I'm looking forward to the next single she's going to put out because she has
Are
announced
you?
a second. She has announced a second single, so I'm quite interested in what it's going to be like. If it's anything like Jane Doe, I'm interested. So
Hold
yeah.
it in, Derek. Hold it in.
I'm not
Uh-oh.
gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say that. Derek says she can't sing very well at all. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
but you get her position right. I think
Mhm.
without Takamina, I don't think AKB48 would have
Oh,
survived till
Yeah.
now.
she's the pillar, man. She was the heart, the corner. She is the cornerstone of AKB. It's weird to not have it. Have her in place.
It's weird that she had to be forced center at the end
Yeah.
of her career run because she was never a center, right? Never.
Exactly.
Well, no. When AKB first started, she was the center, but then Achan took care of that real fast.
Like,
and then
I
Achan
mean,
was,
her
like, center,
official singles on that row center. She sent her songs. She has her own songs. She has Bird. That's one of the greatest songs out there. I still love that song every day. But being the center role in a singles, he was also in the singles, but never front and center, I would believe. Always second or third position.
No. And when AKB first started, she was like the center
Yeah,
for a
she
lot
was
of
the center
early
for
stuff.
Skirt Hirari, I think. Was it Skirt
Yeah,
Hirari?
and I want to say, what was it, Sakura no Hanabiertachi? She was the center as well, or was that?
I think
was
so.
that-
Yeah, I think.
I think she was in the biggest,
Yeah.
the breakthrough kind of. But the thing is, it was short lived, so it didn't matter because she couldn't dance very well.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, like she doesn't really have the voice, but she was a great leader. Like
Yeah.
everybody looked up to the little girl. Like it was amazing to see how big her stature really was in AKB. And we've seen all the documentaries. We know everything. The whole world knows Takamina equals AKB. Just like, Achan might have been the face of AKB and always will be, but Takamina was the engine in that.
Yeah,
whole-
the engine, the heart of AKB, I would say.
The
Yeah,
weird
the heart
Yeah.
thing you say is, Derek, that her voice isn't that good. I would
No.
say, yeah, compared to other members, it's not that great. But she is in a lot of good songs, though.
She's in a lot of great songs.
And with No Sleeves, there's also like a whole set of songs that are very nice to the ear.
Yeah, with her mic set to 2. Kidding her. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to
Yeah.
bash her. I love Takamina to death, but I'm just saying, you're better off as a leader.
Point taken.
She's still active in entertainment business, Mood
Yeah,
Jack.
she still has,
Talk,
a
talk.
regular.
Oh yeah. When I was in Japan last, I saw her on TV with Takashi Juri, just hanging out, just chilling, talking. I'm like, oh, I woke up. Oh, hey, there's Takamina. Hey, how you doing? Like, that's, she's just there. Cool.
She still shows up at handshake events, being backstage. That's
Yeah, support pretty much.
just
So, yeah.
to help out. I don't know. One more on your list.
Yeah, an interesting member, and I'm gonna leave Oshima Yuko for anyone else, but I have a bit of her as well. But the more interesting member for me is Itano Tomomi. She was the model type, and I don't know, it was something about her that attracted me. I can't explain what it is, but it was like she seemed interesting. But
Her tooth.
Yeah.
probably. It was like she sounds interesting, but she's not interesting enough for me to actually Oshi her. So it's more like a member I want to follow a bit more closely, but not that close, if you know what I mean. I know what, but she was always a bit of the model type, I would say. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the new photo book that's supposed to be released in August.
Oh yeah.
I've
Pretty
seen-
pumped for that.
Yeah, same, yeah.
That's another member though. Again, I know she was there in the group, but never front and center. Never had her own single release that was like, this is the Intanatomi release. Even her graduation concert was a mix-in within two other members who were graduating on that tour as well.
Well, I
Well,
really like J from Itano Tomomi.
I was gonna say, Dear J was ridiculous.
Very good
It still
song.
is. And I would say with her, like, for me, DX, like, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, when the very first AK Bingo I turned on that hooked me, a lot of it was because of her, because she was so beautiful. I kept looking at her like, who is this girl? And But then as I got to know her more, it just, I started liking other members, because they stood out more. Because Tomachin was always more in the back, like Rob was saying. But that was the problem with Tomachin. She always wanted to be the front. And when when they realized you're better off maybe as a solo artist, she went that direction, because she wanted to be like Namie, Namie.
Namie,
She wanted AKB to be like, AKB would be like her Super Monkeys, and then she would be like Namie and Super Monkeys, but it didn't work like that for her. And so I knew it was only a matter of time before she was gonna leave. So.
All
But
right.
Great list.
All right. Next up.
Who's up?
Go Yayo. Who do you have?
For me, it's Paruru.
Awesome. Why? But why? Explain.
Cause the Paruru's like her whole attitude from like changing to this cutesy idol from the start, like, oh yeah, like, cause there's like pictures of them when they just had the 2-shot event, when there's like those foldable chairs before. Like, she was like super genki. Then just like then one point when she got pushed, she's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, that super salty attitude, just like why does people love her? And like, when you actually look at Paro, I'm like, yeah, she freaking deserves actually to be salty because of her prettiness, and like, I don't know, just like there's this appeal to me of Pyro that makes me laugh.
I get it.
It's the strange appeal she has, actually. Some people really like the salty reactions. I can't explain, but yeah, some people actually like those reactions.
Her face reminds me of like a lizard's face that you would only see in like a tropical jungle in the middle of Amazon. Like, she's exotic looking. Like, I mean that as a compliment, as a huge compliment. Like she's got like just that, like, you can't stop looking at her. And I understand it. But did you ever meet her at a handshake event?
No, but like my friend actually experienced the saltiness in on hand.
Oh wow!
Cause she literally went like, oh yeah, I'm okay in the first 3 slots, but I'm gone for the rest of the day. Cause like, I hate you fans. Goodbye. The super salty reaction. I'm like, I should have had that experience. And he was forced to go to Tani's lane, so I'm just saying.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I know.
The thing with Paruru, sometimes I have the feeling like, oh man, I just hate this girl. This is just annoying. And then there are some occasions I'm like, she's the best. Just she has certain timing that's wonderful, and her behind the saltiness, her character is very nice and very lovely to watch. The Baito
I was just gonna
Paru.
say-
Yeah.
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 Great
Hysterical.
episodes of those, you know, and it was funny that to see the MC working with that, and they're shortly like learning both together. We're like, oh, okay, so if I do this, I can hang out better with you. Okay, what would you like to do? Oh, we would like to do this, and they would actually go to a location shoot, and it was amazing on that side. Then I learned a lot
You know
about Paru during those Baito episodes.
You know what's funny about her host? I can't remember his name because it always escapes me. But man, that dude, from what I understand, he has dated some big names in the J-pop world, and he's been in the J-pop universe for so long. And I thought when he was getting paired with Paru, he finally met his match because she stonewall. But then
Yeah.
he kept trying so hard to bring. And I think, in fairness, he did a good job. But it's like,
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
he kept prodding the fence to see where the weak spot was so he could try to get through. And then by the end, you know, he was just enjoying the fact that she was like, so what do you think of this guy? He's ugly. I don't really like him. And he was
Amazing
loving it.
episodes, yeah.
At first, but at first he was like, he had the whole J-pop entertainer veneer, like, oh, we gotta be polite, we have to be cool, we can be funny, but let's not be too offensive. And then she's just straight up, yeah, this person's ugly. I don't think they're cute. And then he was just like, huh? And then over time, as you watch that show progress, she ended up pulling him out. And I
Oh.
thought that was genius because I've seen him on 50 million things, and I've never seen him like that with anyone else. And I was just impressed.
Yeah.
So good.
He worked
Good choice,
with AKB
Daniel.
a lot of times.
Yeah, a couple different times, but he's on TV every other day there
Yeah.
in Japan. So.
It's a big name.
He's a big name because I think he's also a comedian along with that guy who has long hair. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he always appears on like So Senkyos and stuff. I'm like, this guy is a freaking fan.
Oh yeah,
I'm like-
yes.
Yeah, big fan too, and not just an ordinary fan.
No, he's
But-
been an Idol fan since the 80s. He's been stuck in that style as well.
I kept thinking he would end up being like Johnny Kryptonite for some AKB member, but I think he has too much respect for
Yeah.
himself in the J-pop world. But he has certainly dated some big names. I think he actually dated Nami Amuro. I think I could be wrong on that, but I think he dated some pretty big names. So I just found that interesting that like he paired up and Peru ended up pulling it out of him. So who else do you
Yeah.
have, Yayo?
No,
I'm just saying, added
Oh.
to what we were talking
Oh,
about
go
this guy. So,
Yeah.
like, remember that one year, like, they streamed the So Senkyo live, and he was part of the streaming team.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
kept talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm like, why the frick are you talking? We want the members to talk. Why are you talking when they're talking? I'm like, what the frick is this?
What he does, he's got that personality.
that's Fuji TV for you.
And
Yep.
they hired the two foreigners too. Like, oh, what do you think of this guy? I'm like, why the freak would we care about these foreigners? Like, they're talking right now.
Wasn't that the French team, the podcast 48 Sosenko year?
Could be actually,
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah, that's the reason I started the podcast actually, because those
Oh,
guys
wow.
were at the Sosenkyo. Lucky.
That was
lucky
like
son
2013-ish.
of a-
when,
something
like,
like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But
Yeah.
he's
They're
been
trying-
also doing Junken tournaments as well. It's weird to see him in there. But yeah, Paru, it's she recently gone. Eventually, I was thinking, it's time to leave Paru because she does like the last 2 years after Bokutachi wa Tatakanai, she was like, I'm done. You know, I just
Yeah.
want to leave. And Yui talked her into it to stay, but she was like, oh, I don't want to stay. And yeah. Now she's doing career on her own, you know, modeling, dramas, doing fine.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty good at acting, so.
Getting
Mm.
better, I would say. It's not good, it's getting better.
I like her in that one drama, Sayonai. It was so funny, though. So
Mm.
I literally watched that. It was so funny.
Yeah, but
It's just a failed
seeing Genki Paru in the old days when she first started, it's weird. It's weird to see.
It's
It's
so
like,
weird.
what happened? Where's like, okay, I'm done with this. This is the real me.
I think
Yeah.
when the push started to her, though, I think that's what happened.
Mm.
Like when she got the push and stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Hmm.
Around the Bacalea part, the Johnny's era.
Oh yeah.
I have experience with that, you know, as you know, two members, Johnny's, you know.
She was also the one that's like, oh yeah, I want to date this guy, and I want to date this
Yeah.
guy, and like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
well you're not allowed to. Meh. It's like, what?
Yeah, whatever. I could care less.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Who's your number 2?
It's Oshima Yuko, because
Okay.
I like to do the extremes.
Yeah.
We have the super salty and the super genki.
Yuko is a given. I think
Yeah.
talking about pillars, the age of Yuko is just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Especially for variety, I would say.
Exactly.
Like
Oh,
everything about Yuko, you can't just do anything wrong with Yuko. It's like, oh yeah, I'm this girl. I'm like, all those pillars, like along with the Shinji trio. So yeah, those are 3 good ones. Oh wait, my third one is.
Are we done talking about Yuko?
Well, we
I don't know.
can
Nobody
spend a
else
whole-
is talking.
We could spend a whole episode talking about her. I'd probably best not talk a lot more about
Exactly.
her.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
perfect reason why she was always the biggest rival in AKB compared to Maida. That's just.
And that is.
Well, it's more like if you didn't have the feeling same for Maida, then you would go for Yuko because Yuko was more of the, I would say, the opposite of Maida, because
Yeah.
Maida was more of a self-centered person, and Yuko was more like of the extreme, like I just want to meet everybody, just come here,
Yeah.
come here, and had no filter because she had an old man character, boobs, stuff like,
Yeah.
like whole episodes
Someone-
where she can go to like the 2 women, like, oh, I want to touch them. It's like, okay, yay, my dream came true. It's like, what?
Kano Shimai. Yeah, Kano Shimai. Yeah. Oh my god, I've seen that episode.
Yeah, but Yuko was also one that can that helped like other members, like her kohai. She was always there
Mion,
for them,
yeah.
like Mion and like all the other
Jurina.
generations. Not even that far. It's like even with Shimada Haruka or just her Team K members. She was always, what? I know I am high on this level, but I'll always be even on that low on your level. I'll be lower for you because I want to hang out with you, and I don't care what my position is. And if you compare it to other members, some members, use their status. Like again, Maida, she was like, you know what, I am on a high level, or Amayu. Lately Yukirin has been more on the kohai level as well, but you know what I get. So it's like
Yeah.
some members they are like, oh, we are on this higher level compared to Paru. Paru would never be like kohai helping. Maybe some like maybe a Renachi or a few others named there, but she was always more like to herself. And Yuka was like always open for everyone, even if she knew like I think every member by heart, same as Takamina. That's why Takamina and her worked a lot together as well. Just insane how big she was in the group, and how she got rewarded for it. Being the number 2, I would say number 2-1-ish. Definitely a very legend on AKB history. I think
Totally.
one more thing, then I'll leave it to you, Yo. When we saw the Kohaku, when Maida came back and Yuko came back, I love the reaction. So they first see Achan, they're like, "Oh, that's nice. Achan's here. That's cool." And then Yuko showed up, and then they all go crazy. The members backstage going, "Ah, Yuko!"
Yeah.
That's the difference I'm talking about. Go ahead, Yo.
I was just saying from the kohai perspective, like she was the action on all the concert, the graduation concert. She actually was the only one to actually like hug every single member in the concert. I'm like,
That took
that's
so
freaking
long.
awesome.
Yeah.
I watched it in its entirety. It was so long. That song in the background kept going and going, going. You didn't hear any
Keep in
mic.
mind, there's no NGT, STU, and Team
Nope.
8 there.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
That's it.
Thank God.
Can you imagine? She'd still be shaking their hands today. We'd be a
Yeah.
couple years.
I do love it when you see on that graduation, you see like every handshake, people are emotion like this, and then Paru show up and they're like doing, yay, just high five, and then she moves on.
I like Sashi's reaction when she walks up to Yuko. She must have said something. She gave her a look like, yeah, okay, whatever, because it was like a rivalry, fake, of course, but it was just funny. Like they're just funny. Like I don't know, each one had their moments, but it was cool that Yuko did that. It's like you said, it's a testimony to her. How much she was beloved.
Of course, her love partner, Kojima Haruna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Still
Oh, man.
denied her.
Yep.
Those days with the sexy Junkan or just hanging out together. They still hang out multiple times, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Still
I still
great.
love it when she come back on the 10th year anniversary. It's like, were we actually wearing this really short skirts?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
was
man.
it always been this short? I'm like, yeah, you've been wearing that since freaking day one of AKB.
Another great moment, one of my favorite moments again with Yuko is Request Hour 2015 when she came back on day second with Not Yet. Just
Oh yeah.
it was day 2 from Request Hour and Not Yet was the first song, and you see 4 shadows, and then it's like people are like, is she there? And then you say Yuko, and the crowd loses it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And then she's
Yeah, you can't beat that.
and all right, she's done with the performance. You think, okay, she's come back. They have an MC talk, and Yuko's like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, Dozo, here, go have fun, talk MC. Like Yuko could do it all, amazingly.
When
Alright.
Yeah.
when Yuko did the live of Give Me Five, was it Give Me Five? Yeah, with the band at the the Uta Gase.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen, like, of any musician, because like when the band, when they did their solos and stuff, and when the trumpets do that weird like slide thing, and and just Yuko just is reacting. Talk about pure energy, man. I know, goosebumps, right? Goosebumps. It's just I've watched that so many times.
That's also a weird thing with Oshima Yuko. Her voice when she talks is like this, you know, a high-pitched yelling voice. The same with Ogino Yuka, just to compare it. But when she sings, such a beautiful voice comes out of it.
Comes out.
Now it did help because early in her start of AKB48, she had like throat issues, so she went to operation to fix it, and it was dangerous. You know, you're singing. What happens if you have a throat operation? It went the opposite. It went like this. You now have the perfect voice, and when she did her songs, what was the song she always does, like the snow thing? Na 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 na.
Oh, Nakinagara Hoende. Nakinagara Hoende.
Beautiful in the documentary as well. You know, tears down my when that concert get cancelled because of the rain. Again, rain.
Rain.
Yes.
Okinawa, just in the middle of rainy season. So.
Stupid.
Baka desho.
No, but she could do it all. Yuko is still amazing, and if every time she show up, I wouldn't be like, oh no, is she back again? No, it's like, oh, fine, Yuko's here.
Yeah.
Yuko, time to party.
Yep.
she would be the girl in your group of friends that would show up with the, I'll say it for you guys wrong, the crate of beer. Because she would show up and be like, who's drinking with me tonight? Because you know she would be the perfect drinking buddy.
Oh, definitely.
Like, she'd be flirty, but not too like crappy about it, and like totally joking and playing tricks on people. She'd be the girl that jumps off the roof of the house into the pool. Like, that's the Yuko I picture.
Yeah. In recent news, I know we weren't about to talk about it. I'm gonna mention it a little bit. The moment when Riripon announced the stuff on So Sankyo.
Oh yeah.
I loved her reaction on it.
Oh, it's perfect.
She later apologized for it. I'm like, why are you apologizing? This is great. It's like Seno pump.
Yeah.
I'm just happy, like, she randomly has a freaking fuck hat. Oh, I'm just saying.
Beep! Let's get the beeper going.
Sorry, but it
Editing
literally
time.
is what it is.
I know, but you don't need to say it. I avoided it.
Yeah,
you're not some OG-san on a train there, Yayo, in Japan that doesn't know what shirt you're wearing. Come on, you know the word.
It's the same as the pinstripe suit on Conor McGregor. Let's say that.
I said it. Who cares? I just said the hat. Just like randomly, like, how the freak do you get that in Japan? Oh wait, never mind.
It's
Japan.
It's
You
Japan.
can get whatever.
I saw a 5-year-old kid in Japan once carrying a backpack, and on his backpack were tons of pot leaves. And I'm just like, only in Japan. Some little Japanese kid running around, happy as can be. And I'm just like,
of course, because
leaves.
of the pot leaves.
Yeah, I know what he was carrying, obviously. Only in Japan. Anyway,
we
who's your third?
we here at 48 Talk do not condone anything of substance.
yes. Moving on. Let's not talk about weed or Japanese kids smoking it or F-word hats and OG-sans wearing crazy.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. You know, it was really funny. So
Like this whole last 5 minutes, we can bleep them out, cut it.
we do condone drinking crates of beer because in the Netherlands, I discovered that that's what they drink. They don't drink like packs or containers. Like they drink crates of beer. They took me. The DX and Robin took me to the grocery store because I did not believe them and pointed out to me the freaking crates of beer. I need to move to Netherlands like now. That's amazing.
I showed this on Twitter as well. Josh saw it as well. Did you know, Derek? We have actually butter in bottles. We have liquid butter.
What?
What?
I found this out recently,
Like you
so
squeeze it out?
Yeah.
I'll show
Like
you a picture later. No. It's no. Well, yeah, you can squeeze it out and just put it in the pan. It's ready for you. It's liquid butter.
What the
That's
heck?
so disgusting. I can't even comment, but I like it.
It's same
The
for
best
cooking.
thing ever.
Yeah, it saves so much amount. It's very cheap as well.
Only in
I
the
never,
Netherlands.
yeah, I never knew you guys never knew that. So yeah, liquid butter. Anyway, your
Anyway,
last one.
and we're derailed
one?
once again,
Yep.
of course. Go ahead, yeah. What's your
It's
last
hard
one?
to do the third one. I'll do Ono Arena then.
Oh, Airfield.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
a big name. Yeah, second
Yeah.
gen. Um,
why? I'm curious though. Like, what's the
Ono,
main?
Ono Arena. Back then, when I was in 2010, when I was because Ono Arena is actually my first Oshi in the whole AKB business, and like, but when I became a fan, I realized she graduated. But like, I literally just spammed Ono Arena, and when I become a fan of AKB, like she was still active in like other stuff. Like I literally freaking wake up at 1 a.m. just to watch her Nico Nico live. I'm like, why am I watching this Nico Nico live of Ono Arena? I'm like, oh yeah, because she was my first Oshi, and like I discovered AKB with PSP because like my PSP back then was so like, oh, everyone's using PSP back in high school,
Oh yeah.
And, and I had a modded version, so like I had the AKB game, and like I don't even know how to like say her name right, but like Ono Arena was like the main pillar to me, and like as soon as I saw the history, I'm like, so she knows English, then like she doesn't know English at all. Like I'm like, so there's conflicting thoughts. I'm like, what the frick is wrong with her? Like, but like yeah, she was the one that got me to AKB. So like that's why she's my third.
Wow.
That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Repion was. Yeah, Repion was obviously like one of the most beloved girls in the early age, and then she somehow, somewhere along the line, fell to the wayside. But she still has a following. But did you know? Well, yeah, of course you know. She's only like 20-something years old. Like she's still super young. I want to say she's 21 or 22. She might be a year old. I don't know. But she's like, that was amazing for her age. She was like the Matsui Drina before Matsui Drina was Matsui Drina in AKB. That's amazing to just even think about a Repion like that. Like it's just. Yeah, but somewhere along the line, there was a story about her back then where I guess, I don't know if it was her or Tomochin, or she told on somebody or somebody told on her, but they were doing some filming shoot and there were some boys on the beach and she was like flirting with them. And I think that kind of like brought her down a little, but I could be wrong about that. But it was like, there was some story about that a long time ago, I remember. And it didn't matter to me because I just love a Repion like you. So I mean... But and did you know she was also considered to be an original center? Like she was supposed to be fighting Atan for it.
And
She
that
was
is the problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Yo.
I think she was one of like the like behind Yuko kind of thing. Like she was always been the
understudy.
number 2.
Yeah.
No, like the number 2. Cause
Oh,
you know,
like
Team
I
K,
see. I see what you're saying.
like
I
the
got you,
original members. Like I think
right.
Erepion was always been the second. You know, because in Team A before it's always Takamina and Yuko. Takamina and Achan. I think the second one has always been Erepion, and like I think all of the members like keep dotting her, and she actually is. I think she was actually one of the first one to release a photo book, and like because now we have like the 16-year-old age limit to do grab your Mizugis and stuff.
Yeah.
But Erepion was just like 13, and like, oh what? It's like you're 13 years old and you have a photo book. I'm like. So, what's the rule now?
Yeah.
My biggest problem with her, because actually I don't think I actually liked her. There's always this scene in AK Bingo during Mitsuburi Dodgeball where she gets hit and for some reason she gets out a card and like I didn't get hit because I have this card or something. I didn't like it. It's more she knew she was like, maybe center position or like future ace of AKB, and she thinks she had like this arrogance overflowing her, and it shows
Yeah.
back in the day. And I just it was like the same thing I have with Miyawaki Sakura. Not anymore though. I like Sakura now. Sorry, Gino ZX.
She's awesome. Just saying.
She is. She's got.
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
But I understand it was the same thing with her. It was like this arrogance of like, oh no, I'm on this level. I should be treated with respect and stuff like that. I never, got that. I was like, no, didn't do it for me. Nope.
Mm. Good.
Yeah.
Good list. Good list.
Nice list.
Derek,
Yeah, I'm gonna fly through mine because I know we're going short on time here.
I'm extended for 10 minutes. Just go.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna start, and I'm gonna say my obvious one would be Wasserman. I just don't think AKB is the same without Iwasa Misaki. She was the greatest voice to have ever been heard in AKB. I don't think anyone would doubt that. And I after seeing her live, meeting her, she is still one of the most beautiful members AKB's ever had. Not sexy, beautiful, like just gorgeous all around. And she's a good personality. I think AKB, if she could come back, they would be really benefiting from her being there now versus where she had too much competition going through AKB.
Yeah.
If she came back now, I think she'd be a huge standout. I'm not saying because of the lack of talent. I just think she could stand out just, I think, a lot better now. But she didn't. She's obviously a big one.
It's more accepted now. In even though Taniguchi Megu mentioned this on Showroom that management is not doing that well on looking at members, it's been a lot better when this was started. First few years there was like just zone centered. We have more members, but let's focus always on the Kami 7 and then put Senbatsu.
Right.
Now, if you stand out, you'll definitely have a chance, like for one single or maybe for one special, or even outside. You know what? Another made-up Senbatsu, and then you get your own single.
Yeah.
There are so many chances now more than they used to have in AKB.
Yeah, and I think even Wasserman winning like the Diva competition didn't for some reason or another like pull her out. But then I also think a lot of her fans knew she was headed for the solo route since day one. So I think most people were putting their energy into just supporting her versus her in AKB. If you understand my meaning. The second girl that I have that I miss so deeply is Kuramochi Asuka. Mochi. See, for me, she's the total opposite of Wasserman. It's not that Mochi can't sing, because I actually have heard her singles and she's not bad at all. Her own single that she did, but for me, she's the opposite. She's sexy as HE double hockey sticks, and then on top of that, she's weird. It's that long hair. It's the well endowedness about her, but it's also the fact she's super weird. Like when she starts talking, you realize this girl has a few marbles loose. And for me, the best type of girl in this world is a sexy girl who has preferably long hair like that, and then has some weirdness about her. And she has all three. And so for a while there, she was seriously, I was gonna Oshi her and like think, okay, Mochi, you're my girl, but I didn't for one reason or another. But the one thing I remember is like when I went to AKB Cafe, one of the very first times I was in Japan, I went to the cafe. I remember her book being out front and center, like right in the lobby, the one where she's wearing like the red jacket.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh
The
man.
photo book, yeah.
The photo book, yeah. Oh wow.
And I didn't really know her that well at that time. I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's Mochi. Oh my god! Like I didn't make the connection. This is the girl who likes to eat ears. And then the next thing I know, like just watching her, and then the whole Kobayashi Kenta thing. Kojimako. And then it's just like
Marvel.
It's one of those things. Like when I think of Mochi, like I just think of a time in AKB when like that weirdness was super honored, because way back in AKB when they were doing like what was it, the top 10 things, and they had a thing come up, and then she was talking about Kobayashi Kenta, and you're just like, what is she going on and on about?
Oh man.
Then she met him with the snap and like.
There was such a beautiful moment where she had like the second time she did it, and then a video message from Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah.
And then a whole episode seeing Kenta Kobashi, and that's a beautiful tale on that. Yeah, Kuramochi today on Twitter as well. She was hanging out with Takujo Aki because I think Aki had a birthday or something like that, and she was presenting pancakes to Takujo Aki, but just that hair, that smile. Like, take it. Here's my heart. Take it.
Yes, I mean she's one of those girls. I like if you had to use the phrase trophy wife without sounding misogynistic, but just say like she'd be a trophy wife in the sense that like she has it all, and she's only gonna get better with age. She's one of those girls I think will get more beautiful with age, even though she's already beautiful. She'll get more beautiful because she's gonna become more womanly, and she looked more like a woman. And when she was in AKB than most of those girls. Most of those girls look like the teenagers they were. She looked like a woman, and I think at least as I'm getting older, I think that's a little bit more appealing these days. So it's I don't know. I love her. She's the best.
Do you remember again at what it was Koku Utagasen? She did Muchi Muchi no Ballad.
Yeah. I mean,
even Takamina was looking at her like, is this the same girl we actually see? She came out in the long black hair, black stockings, thing. That was when I saw that one. That was like, holy crap! That's way too. That burned my eyes. It was so beautiful.
When you watch the behind the scenes of that, like you see her getting ready to do that, and like she's like really like like doki doki, like nervous and stuff, and so humble about it. But then she gets on that stage, you'd never know it because she commanded that. But that's her. That's Mochi. I mean,
she's a beautiful, weird, sweetie girl. You know.
Yeah.
Big to the group. Never again, in the spotlight, but she was there. She was always one of the core members. Being captain multiple times in different groups. I think she didn't like being captain of Team B, and it was like, all right, I'll do my best, but I think she was
never
sensing.
captain material in my opinion. I think she was more just needed. She was better off being more like the weird cute girl that like needed to be there.
Vice captain would have been okay, but the captain.
Yeah, sure. Vice would be alright. What were you gonna say, Yayo? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying she has more appearance as captain than Kisaki Yuria does. So.
Well, that's interesting. You make that comparison because Kizaki and Mochi both come from, I believe, very wealthy families. Because Mochi's dad's a baseball player, and so that is an interesting comparison you just made there. So I wonder if it's because of just their wealth background and stuff that might be true. That they both might not have been leaders. They didn't have to be. They're probably spoiled as kids. But I'm just speculating. I don't know, but.
Or Kisaki Yuria has outside work too,
Oh, that's true. That's true. Whereas Mochi, I want to say didn't have that much outside work. No. Although I think she certainly could have.
She is now very much busy in the sports world.
Yeah.
She is. Well, understandably so. I mean, everybody's gonna want a cute girl like her on the stage, like
going to many
sports.
Baseball games. Just
of course. Following in her father's footsteps, so to speak.
Yep.
My last. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Yayo.
I'm just saying, Mako goes to the soccer games.
We'll probably see Koji Mako there whenever she decides to graduate too. Maybe that'll be the direction she'll head, going into that world. So good for her. My last pick, and it took me a lot of time because like I wanted to mention so many different names, especially some of the bigger names. But as I really thought about it, I realized like one of the girls I miss so deeply, and I've been thinking about lately for some reason is Umeda Ayaka, Umi-chan.
Umi-chan, yeah.
I've always loved her. I've always thought the world of her. Her dance skills are next is nothing short of spectacular. When she was in Must Be Now, the NMB video, I thought she was one of the biggest showcase girls there, even though she didn't necessarily get the spotlight, but she stood out to me right away. I thought pairing her up in NMB, especially like alongside girls like Milky, forced like girls like Milky to be better, and Sayane too. And I think anytime you're around a girl that's that good at dancing, as somebody like standing next to her, you have two choices. You can sulk and feel bad about how crappy your skills are, or you can rise to the occasion. And Umi-chan was one of those girls that made you rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
That's why she ended up being a captain, and everybody was surprised by that, but I wasn't. I thought, well, it makes sense she was going to be a captain someday of an AKB team because she was like an unspoken, unsung leader. I love her voice when she spoke. I like the fact she was a DJ. I want to say Tokyo Tower or the Sky Tree, and would just DJ whenever she felt like it. But most of all, the reason I like her, she was humble. Yeah. Anytime you talk to this girl, you saw her, she had humility about her. Like she was one of those girls that would actually want to take the time to talk to you in the street. And even today, I have a feeling she's still very humble. I don't know what she's doing these days.
She
actually,
do you want to say it?
I'm gonna say it. She did part of the choreography for the new NGT48 stage.
No, are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Because that's Team Surprise,
so cool.
right?
No,
I'm really
the
surprised.
new
I know.
NGT48 stage.
The brand new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brand new one. Yeah.
There are a couple
Oh,
of
that makes me
dance
so
songs
happy.
that's
Yeah.
being trained by Umeda Ayaka.
Oh, that's the best news I've heard all day. Seriously.
If I would give a nickname to her, I would say the veteran.
Yeah.
Yes.
The veteran.
yes.
Yeah.
She is like, she knows all the things how to work in the idol world. It's sad that she never rose to the occasion. I do love her when she was the Undergirl Center with that that MV that's been shot in one take.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's so good. Robin, man, the memory on you. Yeah,
I just watched too much.
I got two quick things to say. One, I want to thank really quickly the person who suggested this. Was Henry.
Harry.
Harry, you're awesome. You really made me think a lot about these members all week. I seriously thought a ton about this, and these are the three that really came to me. Second of all, Robin, you are so selfless in letting us all go, and so please, I know we're on a time, but I really am dying to hear what you would say.
Yeah.
So please take some time.
Yeah.
And just tell us what you
So
think.
first of all, again with the community, not only Harry but all you guys. The comment
everyone.
section from last
They were
week.
great.
I've been reading that for like the whole week, every messages, and just
I had fun
it's
answering.
great to see that. You guys been all reacting to it. It's amazing. Keep it up. I love this stuff.
Please.
If you have a suggestion what Harry did for the show, just suggest it, and we'll actually make an episode out of it. It's pretty fun to do. Sometimes we don't need to talk like everything happens in this week, although some interesting stuff happened this week, so we'll talk about it in this. But keep it up. I love this stuff.
Me too.
That said, so my three members, Oshima Yuka has been mentioned. The reason I kept watching AK Bingo 201st episode, I think, is because of her. The moment she was like so happy when she was 4th place on the most karaoke.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember that episode. Yeah.
So genuine.
Oh, wow.
Genuine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yuko is great. A member that's really got me into AKB, I gotta mention her, is Akimoto Saika.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Akigori.
sure,
Of course.
The power girl, badass captain, always
Yep.
again humble in her sides, wanted to be also high up, but didn't need to be there. So I think if she was in AKB currently, she had a center song or something like that. But she was recognized as one of those all members that's been loved. Her picture is still in the AKB theater and backstage.
Yep.
And she came out back for Chaos Stage, dressed in the gorilla, going crazy. She knew how to be on a variety. She always had this side. The thing is, though, the more I got into her, there were certain downsides, and then got a little way. She was very easily. She had like a soft heart, even though she was so strong on the outside. She was on the inside very fragile at times.
Yeah.
It was sometimes fun to see, but sometimes like, okay, calm down. It's like.
Right.
But I loved it about her. She was real as well, and a very important member. And without her, I didn't watch any AKB. So thank you for that. Go ahead.
Before you move on to Akimoto Sayaka, Akimoto Sayaka is actually the Philippine ambassador for Japan right now, basically.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
She's
Awesome.
been for years, right?
4 years already. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's promoting Philippines in Japan. I'm like, you're not even like, what do you call that? You didn't even grow up in the Philippines, but you like what your mom just keeps telling you.
No, she did for a few years, I think, when she was young.
Yeah, I think yeah, but like it's funny, like she like has this like crush, like who's also a mayor now in the Philippines. Like, oh, I like you so much. Can I meet you?
She's in a relationship, right?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
sure.
At the last Takamina's graduation concert, she had an announcement. Yuko was doing yoga, and Shinoda had a movie come out, and then Akimoto Sai was like, "I'm in love." It's like, okay. That's how. By the way, that's how you do an announcement. That's
how you
when. When you're with a group and have an announcement, and then you make it. It's like, hey, that was fun. Everybody was clapping for you. That's how you do it. Okay, my final member, and I'm cheating a little bit. Matsui Rena.
Oh, Rena-chan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Every time Maen no Meri comes on,
Oh yeah.
tears. I can't. It's like so sad. graduation song, even her graduation song itself, 2,588 days.
No. You don't want to know how I felt because I actually was at the graduation concert.
Yeah, that's
Word.
got to be heartbreaking as well.
Everyone was down, and when I walked back to the train to get back to Nagoya, I was like,
you know,
Right.
yeah.
standing in the shadow for Matsui, Judy now, and still accepting it, being sisters, having a hardship, in the documentary where she fell over, couldn't move her body, and everybody had to still work out, and banging her head against a metal pipe so she didn't feel the other pain she had in her body. It's like this. She was like such a hard worker, but also a little bit crazy on that side, and also funny. That I think she was a quiet one. Except for that AKB episode, the one with the hypnosis, where she did the Ain. That moment really just broke her, and now she was this whole member. And I think eventually she knew what. I don't want to be doing Sosenkyu anymore. I'm gonna focus now on. She was then. Her 2014 year was just, I think, crushing for her. Getting a Kenyan position in Nogizaka 46. She was like, what the hell is happening? Not captain position anymore. She did have Tani though. That was fun for her because Tani was her Oshi from HKT coming over to her.
Yeah, I was so happy. It's like
those two had a great relationship.
Still remembering that Instagram movie from her when she elbow chopped Tani.
Yeah.
pretty funny stuff. Yeah, Tani and them had a very beautiful relationship towards the end, but short-lived, unfortunately. So
yeah, and thanks to her, Gotorara got a little boost of promoting her from Kenkyusei to full member. Rena was another one important to the group. Still doing fine, still doing weird stuff. So sometimes you see on the pictures like, what the hell you're doing? Okay, you're on a swing set.
Dramas. She's on dramas.
Lots of movies, lot of dramas. She's doing fine.
Yep, or eating spicy stuff.
I actually.
Yeah.
I actually have an inside joke because I was in Nagoya during the Senkyo, right? And like my friend and I just like, because I was in Toyohashi, like we went to Toyohashi. Toyohashi is like one of the Shinkansen stops to go to Tokyo. So like in Toyohashi, like my friend's like, oh, you should find Rena in Toyohashi. I'm like, she's in Tokyo. How the heck do I find Rena in Toyohashi?
But yeah, you're right. She could be on the train because she really likes her Shinkansen. I watched so many programs her. She's now also a member of Big Four. That's also like train watching, and she's an ambassador for the train museum that I'm going to in September.
Awesome.
It's nice.
Nice. It's like there's a beautiful picture and someone put text, "I love trains." It's just great picture.
I like Rena in Majisuko with Gekigara. That was probably one of the biggest reasons I fell in love with her real fast, was just she seemed so borderline insane, and then to see that same girl being that dramatic, but then being in so much pain, for example, like during the rehearsal Pinocchio Gun, like in the documentary, to then having this whole crazy backstory you see in the documentary about how she was really not accepted, kind of standoff, like she was over here and other girls were here, and then the best moment for me was in the one AKB documentary. I think it was Yuko's documentary, Time Has Come, when it was after the big where she was announced she had to go to Tanogi and or whatever, just that whole thing, and she's going into the elevator and she's like, oh yeah, I'm fine, and then it's like as soon as the doors close,
crash, and
like when I saw that, like tears just instantly streamed down my face, because I'm like, this is Reina-chan, like she's the most sexiest, beautiful member in SKE easily, and well, at least at that time. And I would say, like, she doesn't get her due. Well, I mean, she did. Obviously, she did. She had her own big controversy. But I'd say it was a huge struggle for her to get there. And even when she left SKE, I would say there were probably members who were like, good, I'm glad she's gone, because she was like very polarizing, unfortunately. But I would say at the same time, SKE has never recovered. I don't think AKB48 has never recovered, because you needed girls like that are just have so many different facets to their personality. I mean, she could do it all: variety, craziness, and envies. Obviously actor. She can sing beautiful. She's gorgeous. She can do
had a dirty mind as well.
She has a dirty mind. You know, just she had everything you could want, and then she's gone, and it's just like
One of the best Majiska Gakuen is the musical version with her and her backstory, how she became.
Oh yeah, that.
and her performance in there.
I love that one. I love
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
I don't.
It's
I'm
Yeah.
on that series. Mako and Nanyo were still Chugakse, so I'm just adding to that.
Yeah. Right.
all right. Well, we are 5 minutes till the hour. Let's extend this.
Oops.
It always happens. Let's
Thank you, Harry Potter. It's an
you.
inside joke. Me and my Japanese friend always says, because when he says hurry, I said Harry Potter. So like yeah, and he's like Harry Potter Janeo. Thank you, Harry Potter.
Anyway, for those who don't want to, this is then the end of the portion of talking about past AKB. Let's talk about a little bit of the news of this week. So let's go quickly through it. I'm going to announce it here. Next week, we're having Mr. Josh Box over once again.
Yay,
And
just Fox.
it's going to be a Sakamichi episode, more or less, because we have like the new Nogisaka 46 song, a new Keiya Kizaka song, and the Tokyo Dome. I want to talk about that with Nogisaka. I'm gonna. That's your homework for those who are watching. Go watch the 4th anniversary birthday concert. That's a beautiful one to watch. We're gonna review it with Mr. Josh.
Wait, before you end the 46 talk, all I have to say about Keiya is this. So,
Yeah, we talked about Eccentric. I love that song. It's pretty good.
I'm just saying, just one shoe.
Okay. So yeah, let's go then with HKT48 first. What did you think of their 10th single?
For me, it was the typical idol song. I would say it's good. It's easy to listen to, but yeah,
chorus.
Go for
The
it.
chorus was amazing.
Yep.
I really love the chorus. It's everything else I didn't care for because it was so stock. But the chorus, amazing. So if I could just hear the chorus, like I think I would have. If the rest of the song was as equally as catchy as the chorus, I think I would have been okay with it. But it wasn't bad either. I mean, it was cool.
I agree.
Hana-chan did well. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, Hana-chan there again. Yeah, it's a typical idol song. I need to see the MV to be
Yep.
convinced it's a good song.
Yeah, good point. Because that could make a difference.
It can actually make a difference, but it did. You know what's weird to me? I saw Harupi, but I also didn't see her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It really felt out of place. I don't know. Still, we haven't heard exact reason what's happened. I don't feel like Harupi is a part of HKT anymore.
Mm.
yeah.
Not the way she used to be.
I mean, it happens to members over and over again. When they get hurt and they disappear, they're no longer part of the conversation. And that happened to Takujo Akicha, was probably the most famous one. Or Takujo Aki, like Akicha, when she hurt her foot and she was out of AKB for a while, her star faded real fast. Umi-chan was another one. She got hurt, same thing. On and on and on it goes. But you would think Harupi being so big, that wouldn't have happened. But she actually felt like she shouldn't have been part of this single. So maybe her heart wasn't in it. Because she's like, why am I in this? I wasn't even, like, I was out this long.
Yeah.
So credit to her for saying that. But I would say, doesn't mean you still can't give it your all. I totally agree with you. I actually didn't even realize she was in the frickin' thing. That's how much I didn't see her.
Yo?
Like her aura is like fading fast. I'm like,
Yeah.
like usually when you see like Harupi, Sakura, and Shashi, like all of them are like
You're
lumped
like,
together.
yay.
Like,
Yeah.
like all three of them you could easily see. But like when they played this song, I'm like, I could see freaking like Aki better than Harupi there.
Yeah.
Right.
I see a lot of members, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, so why the frick does Aki has more aura than a freaking Kami 7 level? I'm like, what?
She's also not standing front and center. You have then Hana-chan in the center, of course. Next to that is Sashi. Next to that is Sakura. Then you have Takana.
Tanaka Miku was
Tanaka
like
Miku
right
is
there, front and center.
front
Oh,
and
she was
center.
killing it.
Yep.
My girl was killing it. She's so
You have
good.
Moriyasu there, Tomonaga Miyu, and then next to Tomonaga Miyu, on the second row, in the middle somewhere, is Harupi, and it feels so
Right.
out of place. That's
Yeah.
not her
That's what I
position.
said. I was like, huh? So
It's weird, but the song itself, meh.
yeah.
All I have to say about that single is I'm looking forward to the Murashige Senbatsu so bad.
Me too. I can't wait. It's gonna be
Because of
awesome.
Tori,
Yui
you know?
Senbatsu.
We have
Oh,
Tori.
man.
Woo, Tori.
It's gonna be good.
Tori, come
Okay.
back, babe.
Keiokizaka song. What do you think?
Whoa.
Oh.
Let me just say, once again, they have hit it. Or which one are we talking about? Because I've heard two.
Did
I've
you
heard what
talk about the one about school?
Getsuyobi no Asa Skirt.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the choreography for it. Amazing. Again, their choreography is just ridiculously good. I don't care. I think it's very creative. It's not your usual stuff. They're telling stories, and I think that's Keia's.
Yeah.
That's true. They're
That's their
telling
place.
stories.
That's
Yes.
that's Keia's whole thing. But I will say this, it moved along well enough for me, but it's another case where this is a case where I thought the chorus was slightly less stronger than the verse, but I would say overall it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't one of their strongest songs, but it's definitely a song I would listen to, and that's saying a lot because a lot of times these songs I listen to once, I don't listen to them again because they don't do anything for me. This one I want to hear more. I mean, it's not as strong as Eccentric, but let's keep in mind this is one song off many off that beautiful first album we're going to be getting, which looks like
Yeah.
it's going to be one hit after another.
Yeah.
I gotta buy it, even though I have all 4
Oh,
CDs.
me too. I don't
I'm
care.
just
I'm
saying-
buying it.
I'm buying it.
One word for me. For that song, one word. Ragdoll.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment. I like it for the fact that Techi doesn't sing until the chorus or even
Isn't that
after
awesome?
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
that
like
awesome?
I'm not hearing Techi. I want to hear her voice, and they won't allow me to hear it. And then
Nope.
finally she sings, and she's fed up. I don't want to be at school anymore. And then she gets pushed around, and
Ragdoll,
Yeah.
baby.
Right now.
I love that.
Ragdoll.
But again, what I'm afraid of is, you know what? I liked when Fukiwayon was in the little reel, getting that eccentric. I love the lyrics of the song because I really get so much with that one.
This-
But again, this song feels dark.
Yeah.
And not that it's a bad thing, but don't. I saw a comment on Twitter. It's like I miss the days of Futari Saison. It's like it's been like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But I get it. Futari Saison was like uplifting, and it was beautiful, and it was great for their styles because the girls themselves are very, always happy. If you watch their showroom, it's been subbed thanks to the pressing subs. It's crazy, I'm quoting it as well. Mozzarella cheese, like this funny stuff on that side. But it
We
felt
could do
there's-
that game.
No,
Just say it.
no, because I don't want to destroy people's ears. Also, it's what time is it now in the Netherlands? It's almost midnight. No. We could,
I'm just saying, in like our cut episodes,
maybe.
Inside joke, people.
But
Anyway.
I don't. Let's,
Really?
let-
You didn't?
It's okay, but don't let
Rob-
the
Robin,
next song
let's-
be
let's-
uplifting.
Look, listen to it more, but listen to it more musically, not lyrics, not choreography. Listen musically, because again, coming from a musical standpoint, it's pretty solid. And I mean, it's not.
Fine. It's
Again,
fine.
it doesn't have like the tremendous hook like Fukiwan did or Silent Majority, but it's there, and that's what I like when you can have as a group not one, not two, but like 4 or 5 songs that are solid. I mean, that's the making of a group that you can go see over and over again, and you're not bored. And also, the rest of that album looks. I mean, there's so many songs we haven't heard yet. I'm excited to see like when they're going into like the realm of super dark because I mean, you're like you said, it's dark and dark. Next, they're gonna be holding like box cutters in their hands and like this and be like, well, we were coming to this,
I'm still waiting
Just
on what
kidding.
you said. Just like one single tension with a flare.
I'm telling you, she's gonna do. No, this is gonna be that single. She's gonna be holding the flare. She's gonna go like this. Go. And she's gonna be like, what? And she's gonna throw it up. And they're gonna go in this like badass rap song. And his Tetsu's gonna be like, and she's like, you kill me.
No.
I'm still here.
No, please.
T-E-C-E double
No, okay. What I like though is I think Sugayuka on Twitter, thanks to AKB48 Daily, that this song is the prequel of Silent Majority, and actually the outfit they use also in Silent Majority. So it's pretty fun. They go, it's like they have this whole storyline going from now
Yeah, they're telling stories. That's
1, 2,
their
3,
thing.
4, and then prequel. But I think the reason this song doesn't feel like big to me like all the other singles because it's not a single song. This is also part of the album. Their official fifth single, they will go all out again, and they'll impress me or blow me away as usual with
You know why it
Kei
doesn't-
Saki.
You said something. You know why it doesn't feel like a single? Because it's a prequel. And when does prequels in movies ever feel bigger than the original? Case closed. TCCIHI. I'm touchy. All right, sorry.
I need to
Never
think
mind.
about this. The first always come up when we hear prequels is Star Wars, and yeah, those were god awful.
Never mind.
I need to think about this. I'll give my
Yeah.
answer next week maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay song. I need to listen to it
Yeah.
more. I don't think there's an MV coming out. I like the performance again. It's always
Fine.
unique, and that's what Keiokizaka needs to do to stand out. Final one, Nogizaka 46. We'll go into detail more next week when Josh is here as well. I like the song. It's pretty nice to the ears. Lately, I've been getting into Nogizaka 46 because of easy access at work. I like the outfits,
Oh yeah, definitely.
all the shoulder, type. And the beautiful thing I like to see there is I like to see Momoko or Momoka or Momoko.
Momoka. Momoko, sorry. Momoko.
Momoko
Also Momoko.
with Shirai Shimai, and
Yeah.
Shirai she is
Um,
putting the hands on her shoulder. You know what? Hi, this is the future of Nogizaka 46, and I'm like,
yeah.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. I think this is a great song. I definitely want to see the MV. I love the CD covers. I love that the Yoda Yuki is on the back of Momoko.
Yeah.
It's like the reference
the
I get
Photoshop.
them.
Oh man. The Photoshop. The Photoshop. Oh god.
Yeah, pretty good song.
I can't say anything because I'm not like really into Nogi, but I want to be. I just haven't. But I'm happy that you like it, and I can't wait to hear you guys talk about it next week with Josh. Because anytime Josh usually talks about Nogi, he always brings some crazy insight that I don't even think
Yep.
about. But who I've been really. I know we didn't talk about this, but like I've been really can't stop thinking about like Cyane's new song Joker.
Oh Joker. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I have to bring it up.
No,
It's been
it's-
on my mind.
Pretty good.
It is freaking so good.
Yep.
And Sine is so good at singing, and I'm just thinking, Sine, I hate to say this, but you
It's
can do
time.
that.
It's time.
It's
yeah.
time.
She's
Feels
bringing
like-
out a second album.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
It's
saying.
over.
Like,
It's
It's done.
over.
She's done.
this year will have the graduation of Yamamoto Sayaka.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's
Or
over.
Exactly.
she'll announce it this year, and it will be done in 2018 because of the concert dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it because if she keeps putting out songs like Joker, I'm a fan. I think I'll actually want to go see her. So that's the first song I've heard her do solo that like really has kind of hooked me. I've been listening to it. I listened to it probably like 4 times between yesterday and today. So like it keeps coming back to me. So kudos to her for that. I just wanted to throw that out there. Probably why I haven't listened to Nogi so much because I'm like I was thinking, who should I listen to? Should I listen to Nogi because I know we're gonna talk about him? I'm gonna listen to Side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Oh.
Speaking of NMB, Machun tweeted out this thing called
Yeah.
"I wanna be an NMB member." I'm like, oh.
She also has a fever right now, so I think it's maybe because of like she's sick and tweeted something out she didn't need to tweet out. Maybe.
I'm still, there's still that Joe Erico moment again, in NMB.
Yeah. Oh.
And a
Hey,
big name too.
AKB48 members plus social media profiles equals danger.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Love
don't
it.
give these girls access, man. Like, they're just-
Yeah, Tomonaga Mio just deleted
Look at
her
that,
whole
look at
Twitter
that.
history.
Clear.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay. Alright then, alright.
Machun, come back, please. We need you because of Sayana leaving. We need Machun back. I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
I'm totally okay with
Recommendations for next week.
The new Nogi.
Yeah, and then they bring
Yeah.
no battle.
Definitely. I think that's the one thing we have to watch. The Kea Bingo
Kea
is
Bingo,
coming
yeah.
back.
Okay, Bingo's back, yay. My suggestion would be to watch you guys next week because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because I won't be here because I will be in Japan. I'm flying there tomorrow. Yay! I'll be there for almost 3 weeks, and I'm going to be seeing Kei Kizaki at Tokyo Idol Festival. I'm so pumped.
I'm so jealous, man. I'm so
And
jealous.
I'm gonna see Nogi, and I'm gonna give them a fair shot, and I'm gonna see Team 8. I'm gonna see all the other AKB teams, with the exception of NMB, I think, because I don't think they're there. So I will be giving full reports, and I will be writing all of this up because I'm gonna see a bunch of other groups too, like I mentioned last week. But yeah, leaving tomorrow, and I will be watching you guys because I won't be there unfortunately next week. But you guys will have Josh, so it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait to watch it. So that's my
Okay.
recommendation.
Okay, nice one. Nice.
Anyone else?
I'm done. I'm ready.
Yeah,
Just
the,
the
the-
usual.
The biggest thing is Kea Bingo, and I would
Yeah.
say for homework, watch the Nogi Zaka 4th anniversary birthday stay concert. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you can follow us on Twitter. Do the comments again on YouTube. I love that. Read
Please,
them again.
love it.
Please, love the comments.
I spend like 3 hours responding to them, so I have no problem doing that. Just keep it interesting, like you guys have been doing it. It's been awesome.
All right. I would say then with that one, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you then next week. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, go for it.
Banzai! Alright, Macho, we want you back!